He bent his head, brought her face close to his and possessed her lips, crushing her to him from her shoulders to her hips. When, after endless savage moments, body and mouth were free of him, when at last he moved away from her, all she could do was look furious and fluffed. With their alpha males and punishing kisses, Mills and Boon have won the hearts of 11 million readers in the UK alone. One of the biggest publishing success stories of the last 100 years. They're now based in, wait for it, Paradise Road, Richmond. Joanne Card joined the firm as an editor 5 years ago.
Mills and Boon was founded in 1908 by Mr. Gerald Mills and Mr. Charles Boon, and behind me that's a portrait of John Boon, who is the son of the founder, who later became chairman of Mills and Boon and continued the family legacy. When they first started out, they were general fiction publishers. However, the first book, Arrows from the Dark by Sophie Cole, was prophetically a romance, and I have in my hands here the first ever book made and sold by Mills and Boon and signed by Mr. Mills and Boon. Other books included, we did golfing books, for example, which is this charming book that we have here, written by Mabel E. Stringer, who, from the looks of it, was quite a character. We also published the likes of Jack London, P.G. Wodehouse, and even Georgette Heyer. In the 1930s, romance became our focus, mainly because there was a greater appetite for these books. Perhaps with World War II, readers really wanted that escapist read, women in particular. And here we have the Fugitive Millionaire, which is quite interesting because millionaires are still popular, but we prefer billionaires these days. And then moving on to the 40s, the hardback covers, the art becomes absolutely gorgeous. There's a popular author, Sarah Seal, in her House of Glass with a very, very stunning cover. So after the war, moving into the 1950s, you can really see from our covers and the changes in titles that our books were getting sexier. This title here, Brittle Bondage, was actually from the early 1950s, even though this edition's from the 60s, and you can see how the titling has changed to reflect the content, that it's perhaps more sexy than our earlier titles. So you can just see how far our books have come and how it's reflected the changes in Britain at the time.
Each month, Mills and Boon publish over 50 titles, and we like to make sure that those titles are absolutely spot on, telling the reader what to expect from the book. Quite often, we will choose the title rather than the author. As you can see with something like The Italian Billionaire's Christmas Miracle or Public Mistress Private Affair. With so many books out there each month, we really have to give our readers a clear indication of what each book will do. Romance is for the reader who doesn't want to see any bedroom action. So it's cuter, it's cosy, and it's really heartwarming and very emotional stories. Partially in that cosy line as well, we have our medical romances, where we're talking about heroes who are really caring, really protective. It's really significant that they should be honourable because they're doctors or firefighters, so like this one with the firefighter and the single mum. After that is our most popular and biggest selling line, which, as you can see, is still filled with Mediterranean heroes, with royalty, with sheikhs. We have King of the Desert Captive Bride, which is a sheikh story, and also this month, just to double your pleasure in sheikhs, the Sheikh's Convenient Virgin. Sheikhs are still massively popular for us and have been since the 1930s. It's a hero of romance who isn't going away anytime soon. We've also got our Modern Heat line, which is much more flirty, fun, younger, and the heroes are alpha males in training, as the senior editor of the line likes to think of them. Blaze, which is steamy, torrid, and very much bedroom door open, so if you're a romance reader, you probably won't be a Blaze reader. Mills and Boon likes to think that we guarantee every woman her perfect hero, from the billionaire who'll whisk you away to his own desert island to the Regency rake in his breeches and boots. But one thing you can be sure of, there'll always be a happy ending.
I was thinking how lovely it must be to write novels. You can make everything end just as it should. I only write light stuff, he said deprecatingly. That's the nicest kind of writing. I love books which make you feel all excited and happy because everything comes right for everyone.